will cover a multitude of sins. Easy, cool, yeah, just love one another, right? Also, it's easy to think of love as something that is not a verb. We have 5 love languages. So love doesn't give a very universal definition when you need it to, as in this instance. However, the King James Version steps in. And when I read it, it blew my mind. So the King James Version reads, "And above all things have fervent charity," like passionate charity among yourselves, "for charity will cover a multitude of sins." And I think that was mind-blowing to me, to think we need to be charitable at this point in time. We need to trust, mainly in these uncertain times, living in such an unequal country. We need to trust God fully. Not trust God and still hoard everything that you have because you do not know what tomorrow holds. Trust God so much that you're willing to share what you have right now without knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. Trust because you have today. Like the Bible verses we know say, "Sufficient are tomorrow's troubles. Leave tomorrow in tomorrow." But I want to encourage you today. Give passionately, give wholeheartedly, and give in such a way that shows that you are trusting God completely to show up for you the same way He's been showing up for you throughout lockdown, to show up for you in ways He showed up for you before lockdown. Trust God enough to give passionately. Trust God enough to give wholeheartedly to those who cannot give back to you, so that we may also encourage and also show how the love of Christ can constrain us to be giving people. I also want to just close with a quote that I somewhat managed to pair with this verse, a philosophical quote. It reads, "What assistance can we find in the fight against habit? The answer, try the opposite." You might be asking yourself, what does habit have to do with charity in this case? In our sinful state, our habit is not to care for other people. We were created to love, 5 love languages. We were created to pray for one another, but most importantly, we were created to care and give to one another passionately. So that's where this quote comes in. What assistance can you find in the fight against not giving? Try the opposite. I hope this encourages you this week, this month, this year, and just moving forward. Wherever you need to just do better, try the very opposite thing that doesn't come as second nature to you. Please be encouraged today to give and to trust that God will carry you the same way He has carried you throughout lockdown. Give fervently and without counting. But also be cheerful, because you know what they say, God loves a cheerful giver.
So if you would like to return tithe or give offering, there are 3 available options. The first one is EFT, and the banking details are on the screen now. If you would like to return tithe via EFT, please indicate your name and tithe as the reference. If you would like to give offering to the church specifically, please indicate your name and Metro offering as a reference. Then we've also got SnapScan and Zapper. The QR codes will be on the screen as well, and there will also be a link to where you can send your SnapScan or Zapper. These 2 options are only for giving offering to the church.